Okay, so are you ready to talk about hypersonic weapons?
Oh.
Because you're here, which means you already know how important they are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is kind of a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, they're unbelievably fast, like Mach 5 and up.
So fast, it's almost impossible to stop them with the technology that we have now.
Exactly. And when you think about what that means for the world,
That's scary.
it is.
Yeah.
Today we're going to take a deep dive into the race for who can get the best hypersonic weapons.
It's a race between the US, Russia, and China.
Right, the big three. And we'll also talk about some pretty wild allegations of espionage.
Espionage.
Yeah, you remember back when President Trump said that Russia stole U.S. hypersonic tech?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was back during the Obama administration.
Yeah, and it's still relevant today because it's like,
It makes you wonder how far ahead Russia might be if they really did steal some of our secrets.
exactly. So let's start by talking about the three main players, the U.S., Russia, and China.
It used to be all about building bigger and more powerful nuclear weapons.
Right, but now it's all about speed
Yeah.
and how well these weapons can move around and dodge things.
Exactly. Hypersonic weapons have completely changed the game.
Okay, so let's talk about those espionage allegations a bit more.
Yeah.
Trump never really gave specific details about what Russia supposedly stole.
And of course, the Kremlin denied everything.
Naturally.
Yeah.
But there are people like John Bolton.
Trump's national security advisor.
Yeah, him. He said that it's totally possible that Russia was spying and stealing secrets.
If that's true, it could explain why Russia seems to be ahead of the U.S. in developing these weapons.
Yeah, the U.S. hypersonic program has run into some delays, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And they've had some setbacks, especially with the long-range hypersonic weapon, or LRHW.
LRHW, what is that?
It's a hypersonic missile, and it's also nicknamed Dark Eagle. That one has been particularly problematic.
While Russia and China are already deploying hypersonic missiles?
The U.S. is still trying to catch up.
Okay, well, this is a good time then to talk about the weapons themselves. So Russia has a pretty scary arsenal.
Oh, yeah. They've got some powerful stuff.
They've got the Kinzhal, which can be launched from a MiG-31K fighter jet.
And it travels at Mach 10?
Mach 10. I mean, that's just insane when something's moving that fast.
It makes it almost impossible to react in time.
And it puts a lot of pressure on our current defense systems.
Absolutely.
Then there's the Zircon, which is a hypersonic anti-ship missile.
Oh, wow. So that means it's designed to target aircraft carriers.
Yeah, pretty much. And aircraft carriers are like floating cities.
Oh, yeah. They're huge. It would be a disaster if one of them was hit by a Zircon missile.
Definitely. And then there's the Avangard, which is a hypersonic glide vehicle.
This one is crazy. It's been reported to reach speeds of Mach 20.
Mach 20? Are you kidding me? I can't even imagine something moving that fast.
And to make matters worse, the Avangard can also change direction very quickly and unpredictably.
So it's like trying to hit a mosquito with a dart.
While it's flying erratically, yeah, it's practically impossible to intercept.
And let's not forget about China. They have the DF-27, which is a ballistic missile,
That can also go hypersonic.
and the YJ-21, which is an air-launched hypersonic missile. So it's like they took an already dangerous weapon.
And made it even more difficult to defend against.
And just when you think it can't get any crazier, Russia went and unveiled a brand new hypersonic missile.
The Oreshnik.
Yeah, the Oreshnik.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know a lot about it yet.
But it just goes to show how serious Russia is about this technology.
All of this is really scary, and it raises some serious concerns.
Yeah, hypersonic weapons are not just faster missiles, they're a whole new type of threat.
And our traditional defense systems, like missile shields, are basically useless against them.
That creates a very dangerous and unstable situation.
It's like everyone suddenly started using cheat codes in a video game.
And nobody knows the new rules anymore.
Exactly. So where does all of this leave us?
Well, with a lot of questions. For one, how will the U.S. respond to the fact that Russia and China are ahead in hypersonic weapon development?
Yeah, will they try to build even faster and more advanced missiles?
Hmm.
Or is there a different strategy they could use?
Some experts believe that instead of trying to match Russia and China missile for missile,
The U.S. should focus on developing better defenses against hypersonic weapons.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like in basketball. If you can't outscore your opponent,
You can try to play better defense.
exactly. And I think that's a really important point to consider because we're basically entering a new era of warfare.
Right. And all the old rules might not apply anymore.
We have to think carefully about the ethical and strategic implications of this technology.
Because this stuff has the potential to completely change the balance of power in the world.
And it could lead to a much more dangerous world if we're not careful.
So the question is, will we be able to manage these new weapons responsibly?
Or will they end up making the world a much more dangerous place?
It's a question that we all need to think about.
We all have a stake in this.
And that's what we wanted to explore in this deep dive today. We've only scratched the surface of this topic.
There's so much more to learn.
But hopefully this has given you a better understanding of what's at stake in this hypersonic arms race.
It's a race that could determine the future of global security.
And the outcome is still very much uncertain.
So stay informed and keep asking questions.
That's how we can make sure that this technology is used responsibly.
And hopefully prevent a global catastrophe.
Thanks for listening.
It's been a pleasure being here.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Into another fascinating topic.
Stay curious, everyone.
And stay safe.